having that strong mindset to be able to incorporate this strategy, I think would improve whatever
Yes.
you draw out on your whiteboard or on an Excel or on a software. The human factor here is what I believe really takes the concept of velocity, creating velocity in your finances to a whole nother level that it's really hard to actually predict that in an Excel spreadsheet or software on a whiteboard. Very, very difficult. So
Right.
when
And
I'm,
that's where
go ahead.
Denzel, someone like Denzel, a coach, becomes super important. He can help you with that. He can help you achieve better results than you could on your own. Because you can in theory do it on your own.
Correct.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
And it's interesting. I recently recorded a video with DeAndre Clayton on the psychology of money, and we talked a lot about this, about building a plan that has high tolerance for error. That when things happen, when life inevitably happens, it's not going to blow a hole in your plan, right? And you're not going to feel like, oh, I failed, man. I'm never going to get this done, right?
Mhm.
You're going to understand. Okay, that was we had accounted for that. We had tolerance in here for that, and we just adjust and we keep moving forward, right?
Absolutely. So that's kind of like my stance whenever I talk to someone that's new to the strategy or they're just a flat out hater of the strategy. And I'm like, I'm with you, dude. Like you hate velocity banking so much. There's times where I don't like velocity banking at all for a certain case study that I'm working on with a client because at the end of the day, I'm primarily a financial coach, consultant, strategist first. I have my coaching hat on first, and then I dip into my toolbox and I may pull out infinite banking over velocity banking for that specific client. I may hide infinite banking right now, pull out velocity banking, show that to them. I may hide both of them for right now. And I just say, look, let's start here. You are in a position where you don't know your numbers. You can't clearly tell me how much you spend on gas, groceries, um, eating out, dining out. You can't clearly tell me these things. You don't know where your money's going. How can I possibly reach into this toolbox and give you an amazing tool for you to use in your own home? You're going to end up hurting yourself or hurting someone else. So I'm going to hold on to my tools real quick. I'm going to give you something very easy to work with, a simple hammer and nail type strategy. This is what we need to target, your personal finances. Let's just simply know where we're at. Let's just have awareness. I have a client I'm working with, awesome young lady. She is out of the military. Before we even started velocity banking, for the first, I want to say 2 months of working together, it was just debt snowball. It wasn't just debt snowball, but it was also like proper financial stewardship, identifying where our leaks are. She had a leak, a major leak in eating out. Right? So she would go to work, she would eat out a lot, and she had a desire of wanting to, improve her health. So I'm like, what's the value of that? Like, what happens to you when you eat out? How do we create scenarios in your life where you don't have the temptation to eat out? Is that meal prep? Is that just identifying the emotions that come with eating out? Like, what are the pros of you eating out? Right? So it's like, and we're not even discussing velocity right now. I'm just like talking to her because I know that with that specific client, there's a $500 leak, let's just say per month, in eating out. If I can address that and put 500 more consistent dollars back into her economy without even introducing velocity, by the time we get velocity banking going, I'm off to the races with this particular client. While we're recovering cash flow, then I'm saying with that, we're just gonna make this extra payment towards this card for now, right? And then once this is done, we're going to the next card. And once that's done, we're going to the next card. And then we're going to give our money purpose. If there's any excess, we don't know what to do with it, we're going to declare that we're going to give more or save more, right? So we might do something like that. Builds up our confidence even more. I'm sleeping better at night. I'm getting to work on time early. I'm performing better at work. If I perform better at work, boom, potential raise. People see me in the company. I can rise up quicker. So I'm like, there's so many preliminary steps, pregame work, that I just take the stance on, where it's not like I'm not creating content. That velocity banking is so easy, anyone can do it, right? I don't want to be a Geico commercial here, right? So easy a caveman can do it, right? It's like, no, I don't believe that. I do believe that there is some complexity to this and we must address
If it
that.
was easy, everyone would be doing it. Everyone would be
Exactly.
doing it.
Exactly.
No problem. You wouldn't need Denzel Rodriguez. You could just hire a robot, write a software program, done.
But
No
done.
problem.
Right.
No
And that's
problem.
just not how humans work. We're
Right.
social
Right.
beings. We need interaction, right? So
Well, I don't know. I'm pretty introverted, so I don't think I need any social interaction.
look at what we're doing
Very
right now.
little, very little social interaction.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely. So let's dive into some objections that you have seen on your channel now that we've given a landscape for people to operate by, where it's like, all right, these are some, like, how can I disagree with this? Like, even if I don't like velocity banking, it's like I almost can't disagree with what's being said here so far, right? So it's like, boom, I'm in the room with you. We're sitting, we're having coffee, we're breaking bread, we're having a conversation. We haven't yet debated just yet.